everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today's a super special video for me because as you all know, I am going into experimenting and diving as deep as possible into as vintage as possible. I mean, as vintage as possible doesn't mean like as old as possible, but I'm not going to be spending any more money on new luxury goods for the year 2017 because I want to I do not wish to support this sort of economy. I do not wish to support this sort of luxury greed, luxury brand greed that goes into kind of just getting as much money out of us as possible, but then not really delivering the quality. So I am experimenting a lot towards, in the past and checking out and collecting, finally, focusing all my energies and delight and pleasure on the pieces that perhaps I couldn't afford when I was a kid, back in the day, and now I can because these pieces have become vintage and maybe to a lot of people they mean nothing, but to me they mean a lot. So for the occasion, 21 years now, 21 years of hunting down this piece. I know, it's crazy, but it's a visor or a pair of shades. No, they're not shades. It's like a visor glass. It's literally, I haven't even cleaned them yet. I have to because they're 21 years old. They're a little bit scratched, but that's totally fine. 21 years. I keep repeating myself. I know, because I'm in shock. And I can't believe I finally found them. Super duper price. This is the D&G Fall Winter 1995 collection. You could check them out. You can check me out wearing them in the description box down below. I will post a link to my Instagram pictures. For those of you who follow me on Instagram have already seen this, but now there's an explanation to it. This is when Dolce & Gabbana, Dolce & Gabbana started 1994, the D&G brand, which is kind of like considered their more youthful brand, but a little bit cheaper than the main line. But it wasn't until Fall Winter 1995 that they topped themselves. And by topped themselves, I'm telling you, D&G was never the same, was never as good as the Fall Winter 1995 collection because it mixed everything. It mixed their passion for certain aesthetics. I need gloves to wear this. This is like so fragile. They mixed their aesthetics, the Sicilian roots, the Italian savoir-faire for the quality. Because back in the day, D&G had impeccable quality. I am wearing a 1995 D&G, by the way, cropped jacket right now. You can see the stitched logo on the sleeves, as well as, the collar. Then I have Y3 shirt on top. But the quality was crazy and crazy good. And that 1995 Fall Winter collection was a mix of space age, of mod. It was reminiscent of Pierre Cardin, but then it was also Sicilian. Then it was also very Italian. It was very futuristic, but very futuristic with the consciousness of the 90s, of the club kids, of simplicity. There was a bit of Mondrian in there as well. Oh my God, that collection. I mean, nobody talks about it. You can't even freaking find it if you Google it, really, because it's forgotten, completely forgotten. And Dolce & Gabbana were caught in this kind of huge tax evasion scandal around 2010-ish, something like that. So D&G had to be kind of decapitated as a brand because it was, I guess, in Luxembourg or somewhere. So, I don't know. Shady shit going down there. So as of 2012-13, they cut off the D&G line completely. So what I'm wearing right now doesn't exist anymore. It's not even in production. They don't produce the brand anymore. But anyway, I'm going to take off my hat for the occasion to put these on. There you have it. They're incredible. They are as crazy as you want it. Basically, we're talking 1995. I don't have the right hairdo for these glasses right now. But 1995, I have to pull down a little bit more up, like that. 1995 was a year when they kind of took their branding from inside and placed it outside. And this is kind of like branding the wearer. Oh, I just hit my nose. Branding the wearer wearing the brand. Basically, even on your face. Like, this was the biggest statement they could make. From that moment on, branding was outside for other brands started copying it, copying Dolce & Gabbana. So, you know, we have this huge branding here. Versace was also very famous for bringing the Medusa out, the lion for Versus. But D&G were the first to kind of push it to this extreme. Let me take this off, also because I have so much powder on myself. I don't want to damage the... Well, I'll clean it up later. The hair is back again. Let's put on the hat. So I like my black tones today. This was the moment when it blasted and boomed. Now, after that, a couple of seasons, it was only a couple of seasons after that already, it was considered obsolete. It was considered too much. It was considered showing off in a negative way. And you know, and typical for these kind of avant-garde pieces, because back in the day, this was avant-garde. Now, today, it's maybe not. To me, it still is. To me, it's still amazing. But, you know, the gays were the first to discover, and the more interesting kind of club kids and the youth that was less gender fixated. And then, of course, when something becomes very mainstream and popular, the straight people follow. So, unfortunately, D&G and Dolce & Gabbana became something very rough, very like sex, gym, guys, sweating, muscly, you know... It became very superficial. A lot of their stuff became extremely sexualized, and the branding was there for all the wrong reasons. As for example, is the case, you could Google the sneaker from Y3, which was super avant-garde the first time it came out, the boxing classic model of Y3, Yohji Yamamoto with Adidas. At a certain point, after let's say 7 to 10 years of it being out there and worn by, you know, crazy people, artists, architects, what have you. Now it's like a hooligan sneaker. You see what I mean? Like the kind of the transition from something avant-garde, as was this collection here. And I have more pieces to show, but this is a review of these glasses in a very abstract way. Something so avant-garde and rich of innovation transforms with time when it becomes mainstream, and there's no way to avoid it. Once it becomes mainstream, it shifts into a much more commercial direction, and this is one of the reasons why also luxury and the luxury brands have pushed themselves into a place where it's not going right anymore. Luxury is a tricky thing. It's a slippery slope. It's by definition not for everybody. So you got to fight to obtain it. And that's already kind of a sick concept, given that in our society, I believe we all should have the same rights and we should all be equal. But luxury breeds separation, and that's already disgusting in its own. However, at the same time, luxury nowadays in our times has become mainstream. It's a huge paradox, and the more mainstream it becomes, and the lower the quality is, and the more vulgar it becomes. So that's something to think about for sure, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going back to these pieces that are not in production anymore, that have been produced perhaps 50 times worldwide, or not more than that, and that are the grounding fathers of something that then becomes for the masses. But it wasn't always. Nothing is always born a mass product. It can become a mass product thanks to marketing, very clever marketing. You know, Domenico Dolce is the genius when it comes to the designs, and Stefano Gabbana is the genius when it comes to marketing. So I think Stefano is the one who pushed more the marketing aspect of the sexualization and the extreme testosterone-driven Dolce & Gabbana brand, while Domenico is the one that still infuses it with poetry as much as he can. But again, I've said it before and I'm repeating it again, I shall be only hunting down the vintage pieces from here on out. So follow me on this journey. Shall you? Because, I mean, this is, okay, I hope you won't be having to wait another 20 years to get a piece like this on the Fashion Bunker Super Dacob YouTube channel. But you never know. I mean, it takes a long time and a lot of research to get to these pieces. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this review. Oh yeah, let's show them as close as possible. But I haven't cleaned them yet because I'm so excited to show them to you guys. So you see it's not very clean yet, and it's curved like that. Super beautiful. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So guys, let's battle out the luxury brands and show them that we do care for their heritage more than they do themselves. And we never give up on love. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.